Hello and welcome to tonight's free video. It is the daily recap. It is Thursday, July 9th, 2020. And yeah, just to start off here, I'm showing you the SPX and I'm on the daily chart at the moment. So today we saw this lower shadow form. So buyers stepped in. Once it came down to this level I have here, this purple zone, it is about this 31.18 level, and it bounced off there and just shot right back up. Yeah, so it just kind of validates the fact that buyers are still interested, especially people who want to see this thing get above this 31.82 level. But overall, a day where not too much happened. I can just show you the 2-hour chart really quickly, right? And before I zoom in on the chart, let me just show you. Again, we are still in this range here, right? And really, it's in this kind of range here, and we're just, channeling, right? So when you see stuff like that, this is actually a really good opportunity to sell some premium, right? So you could be selling puts whenever it comes down here, right? And you could, theoretically, if you are being aggressive, you could be selling calls even up here in these areas, right? Especially this week's expiration. Tomorrow, though, I wouldn't recommend doing it now, though, because tomorrow is Friday, but I mean, you could possibly do it tomorrow. But yeah, anywhere up in this area here, you could just be collecting a lot of premium, and same thing with anything really down here. Yeah, something I used to do a lot. Iron condors, they're very efficient. But yeah, this is what we see on the 2-hour chart. Right, so again, in the morning we opened up here and we had a strong pull down, right? And then around this 11 a.m., we started to get some buyers in there. Buyers became interested, and they just brought it right back up. Overall, we are down 17 points on the day. And just to show you, I drew some levels, which are these purple lines here. So I made this one a level because, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, broke through here, kind of held as came down, held, and then broke down again. So a drop, base, drop, and then another one, a push through here, came up, came through again. But yeah, this became a level for me. Okay, this 31.63 level, and I also drew this level down here. This is a really big level. It comes all the way back here. You don't need me to really show you, but all of these data points here are just showing me that this zone down here is another level to be to watch out for, and that is where buyers kind of stepped in today in this 31.30 level, and they pushed it back up as we had a little bit of a rally there for the rest of the session, right? But yeah, that was SPX for today. But yes, that was SPX for today. Moving on to Apple here. I did not trade Apple today. I made one trade today. I'm just going to get into that just a little later into the video, but let me show you the daily chart actually. So the daily chart, again, pushing and just creating more new all-time highs pretty much every day. We're just new all-time high here, here every day. I'm expecting one of these days within the next week or so, we're going to have some kind of pull in down here somewhere, maybe this 380 level, somewhere before we push higher again. Possibly even down to this level that I have here right now on this chart, but we'll see what happens with that. Moving on, you can even take a look at the monthly chart for this. Yeah, just pushing higher, but we are creating this little shadow up here, right? So that's something to keep on watch as the monthly candle is pretty early on. But yeah, the weekly candle, we're pushing through again, and we're just creating this new high up here, as well as this shadow like I was just mentioning, right? Drilling down onto the 2 hour chart here, I like to look at the 2 hour chart. It just gives me a nicer view of the data, and it breaks down the data as well. But yeah, you see that we came into this 394 resistance level, and we just tanked from there down to this about 380 level, which held as support, right? And then from there on, we kind of just moved up a little bit. But yeah, that was Apple for today on the 2 hour at least. I could quickly show you the 30-minute chart, what that looked like. Yeah, so opened up strong, but ended up pulling right back, and then kind of rallied it just off those lows there, right? Now on to what I traded today. Today I traded Nvidia again. Why did I trade Nvidia? The reason why I traded Nvidia was because looking over here on, actually, let me show you the daily first. Okay, so the daily chart, I didn't trade the past 2 days. I also didn't post any videos or nothing. This was the last day that I had charted. I was busy with some personal stuff, but I saw today how we opened up here and at this 415 level, pretty much gapping up above this 408 level. So I alerted in the group that, oh, we should watch for a gap fill of some sort, which this wick, this shadow down here kind of just created, filled that gap so that there's no gaps in the chart, and pushed higher. But yeah, I was watching it. I can show you actually where I was watching it on the 30-minute for now. Yep, so on the 30-minute, this is where I saw it. I was watching it down here, and I basically made this level down here, and I was saying just to be careful of profit taking, as we did see a small little gap up to this level here. And so what happens again, like I said in previous videos, is that we tend to see right at the open, we'll see a drawdown, and that is just really people taking their profits. So selling occurs at that point. But I was expecting maybe even a push higher to see if buyers were still interested and if momentum was still there, and that's kind of what we saw. So yeah, I scalped it up. Let me show you on the 1 minute chart just really quickly. My entries and exits. And in case you didn't know, I also don't trade on Thinkorswim, as I reside in Canada, and their commissions are $10 per trade, plus the amount of contracts you get. It's like $1.25 extra. So for me, that's not reasonable in a sense. I trade on Interactive Brokers, and their commission fees they vary, but they're around like $2, $3 total per trade. So it's a lot cheaper for me. But just to quickly show you, yeah, I was watching it. I saw this morning how we kind of just kind of pulling back a little bit, and then I got interested once I saw that we kind of just made this nice recovery here at around this 945 area, and then we started to consolidate, which I liked, because what that shows me personally is that once we pushed up, right, we're consolidating, which means down here, right, is a great entry. Right, anywhere down here is a great entry to anticipate a break higher of this high of day here, which was really at the open, right? And so, because what this means is that buyers now stepped in from these lows, right? And they're now, every time sellers come down, the ones that brought this down here in the first place, every time price comes down to this area here, which is about this, I think it's the, let me see here. Yeah, this 413 level. Every time price came down to that level there, buyers stepped in, brought it right back up, and then sellers would come in, bring it down. But overall, that's a bullish trend for me. It's something I like to see, right? And then I saw it was approaching this high of day at the moment as price broke through here, right? And so this is where I got in, right? Anticipating and speculating that there would be a break of this level. And yeah, I got out somewhere up here. The only reason why I took off all my position at this point here was because I hadn't traded in the past 2 days, and I wasn't even looking at the markets the past 2 days, so I wanted to just lock in my gains. Um, and yeah, I traded with lighter size as well because of that as well. But that's how you have to treat trading. It's your business at the end of the day, right? And you have to just take your profits, and you can't just be upset that you missed out on this move. Yes, it would have been amazing to catch this whole move up the top here, but you know, you can't be mad at yourself for taking profits, right? So yeah, I took it up here. I could have held it because again, this is pretty much exactly just like this, right? So this is what you call a rally base rally, right? And so it rallied all the way up here, right? And so this one becomes another rally base and then a rally, and this is on the 1 minute chart, right? So again, that's a really bullish trend, right? But yeah, took my profits here. That's what I'm interested in, is scalping, like I've said previously. So I scalp with size, and then I take my money off the table, and I'm just in there for a few minutes at a time. I'm not there to eat the whole cake, as I've always said, or eat the whole pie. I'm just there to catch a piece of the pie, right? And that's what I did today. Right? And then I was done for the day again because I'm not interested in sticking around the whole day and trading the whole day. But you definitely could have, you know, shorted this once it came down here. This is a drop base drop, right? And then a drop base rally. You could have traded all these moves, right? Drop, right? Again, and you could have just drop base drop again, right? You could just keep trading, but that's not what I'm into, right? I like to finish my day. There's other things I want to do. I don't want to just be sitting in front of the screen trading all day, which I could do, but there's other things that I have commitments to that I have to do as well. So that is why I lock up usually around 10:30, 11 in the morning, right? But yes, moving on, something else that was in play and probably something everybody else was more interested in was Tesla, right? So Tesla, again, another gap up over here, right? Again, I wasn't here for these 2 days, so this was the last trading day that I had seen. But as you can see, we got up to this level up here, right? And for now, this will be my temporary all-time high. And we have pulled back just a little bit, but every time we do have these red days, we're seeing that there are wicks being formed on these lower shadows here, right? And again, what does this indicate? This indicates that buyers are interested and they're still pushing the price back up, right? So now we're back into this 1394 area. This is where we closed today. And yeah, I'll just show you quickly on the weekly chart. Again, extremely bullish, right? We're creating these long expansive candles, which is a very bullish sign. But the only problem is that at some point momentum will fade from Tesla and it will proceed to pull back, right? It could be up here somewhere in this, like, you could probably 1400 area, or it could be tomorrow, for example, right? You don't know what's going to happen. You just have to watch what price does and just trade off of those levels, right? So drilling down here on the 2-hour chart, right, we can see that somewhere in here we have a zone where buyers get interested, right, in this level here, right? So whenever price came down here, they decided to buy it up. Price comes down, they buy it up, and they're at least trying to. They get interested down here, right? And this is a area up here is where sellers get interested, right? And they're saying, okay, I want to short this here. Again, I had said previously earlier in the video, this is somewhere where you could sell some premium, right? And this is some really expensive premium you could be selling, but nonetheless, you could be selling puts down here, right? Or calls up here. I wouldn't be interested in selling calls personally if I'm a Tesla, if I'm trading Tesla, but that's just me, right? But again, anywhere down here, and you could be selling puts, right? But yeah, that's what Tesla looked like. If I quickly just show the 30-minute chart, yeah, same thing really. Okay, another mover was Amazon today, which is doing the same thing as Tesla really, which is just creating these expansive candles and just pushing higher and creating new all-time highs, right? So I'm just gonna put this up here as my temporary all-time high for right now. But yeah, on Amazon, we're actually seeing we're seeing very few red days, I should say, but a lot of lower shadows, again, signifying that there's buyers who are interested in pushing this price even higher, right? That's something that you should be paying attention to, right? And on the hourly chart, again, same thing, right? Just pushing higher, especially into the close, very bullish sign here, right? And just the last thing I want to show you is Roku today, which was creating this extremely strong igniting candle, right? We ignited right up here, right, off of this consolidation. So this is something to pay attention to. So I didn't get to address it, but this, again, as I've said previously in the video, is what I want to see. This is something that I'd get interested in if I was watching Roku for a swing play, right? So after it has consolidated in this range here, right? So in this range, it has just been doing this, right? This is where, whenever it gets to these areas here, the top of the range or the bottom of the range, right? This is where you should be getting interested because you want to anticipate maybe a follow through, right? So a breakthrough of either the bottom or the top of the range. This is an area where you want to see this. So over the past few days, what did we see? We saw a rally, base, and now we see the rally today, right? So I wasn't trading it today. I wasn't interested in that. I was off the screens completely for the past few days, so I wasn't able to capitalize on this opportunity. But this is definitely something that you should be attacking or should be trading for a move up like this, right? So through this 140 level would have been a very good trade. And yeah, we closed all the way up here again. Very strong candle. And I want to see what happens above this 150 level here. See if it can get up to 160, which would be just under its all-time highs over here, which I believe was 176. Yeah, so that's a good area to target, that 160 or level here. But yeah, that's Roku for the day. And that's going to be the end of the daily recap. That's what happened today. Pretty much what you should be aware of. Again, we're at a really bullish point in the market right now, even though the market itself isn't really going anywhere. A lot of the names are actually pushing. I hope you're all trading well and doing well. And I hope that my videos are providing at least some form of value. If there's anything I can do to explain better or anything like that, just let me know in the comments. Again, if you want to get in touch, I offer free training at the moment if you want to join my group. And my information will be linked in the description. But other than that, have a good day, and thanks for watching.